Check, 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 check. It's baseball action on Central Illinois Sports. Glad you've joined us today. John Hull and myself, Jack Hull, alongside. And it's the Western Wildcats traveling to the PCS Braves at Dale Willard Field. The Wildcats are getting their infield in, and this is the Great Rivers Bank Damon Emmerich Loan Officer pregame show. Mortgage rates have fallen. It's time to check out those great rates for a refinancing. You may be able to drop the rates, drop some years off your term, and take cash out for equity and maybe a home improvement. Visit Damon Emmerich, loan officer here in Pittsfield at Great Rivers Bank today to learn more. 217-285-4404. That's 285-4404. Or visit greatriversbank.bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender. John Hull, Jack Hull alongside today. The Western Wildcats take on the 7th grade Braves on Central Illinois Sports.
Wish you had extra cash for a vacation, a boat, a new car, projects around the house? Free up more cash for the things you want by taking advantage of low interest rates. Refinance your home with Great Rivers Bank and keep more of your money by lowering your monthly payment. Start the process online at greatriversbank.bank and work with one of our experienced loan officers to get the lowest rate possible. Great Rivers Bank, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender.
Together, we build. It's more than just a tagline at John Petty & Sons Custom Builders. It's our way of life. Our team is committed to building high-quality, custom-built commercial and residential facilities to fit the needs of your family or business. From design, new construction, renovation, and repairs, we have the expertise to turn your project into reality. Call us for a free quote at 217-248-6196. That's 248-6196. Or check us out on Facebook. John Petty & Sons Custom Builders. Together, we build.
Western Illinois Fellowship of Christian Athletes invites you to join us in our 30 for 30 campaign to help support the area Fellowship of Christian Athletes huddles. That would include you donating $30 per month for 30 people in our area. You can contact me at 217-473-5151 or Jack Cy Hull, JackCyhull, at yahoo.com to find out more about Western Illinois FCA and how you can become a part of this great ministry.
For all of your commercial and residential trash pickup needs, call Trash Queen, serving Pike, Scott, and Morgan counties with affordable residential trash service and roll-off dumpsters. We're proud to be locally owned and operated and want to earn your business. Give us a call to find out just how affordable our rates really are. Call Trash Queen at 217-320-4320. That's 217-320-4320. Or check us out on Facebook. Trash Queen, our business is picking up.
Welcome back on the Great Rivers Bank Damon Emmerich Loan Officer pregame show on Central Illinois Sports. Let's take a look at the starting lineups today. First for the Western Wildcats, they'll have Brody Winningham leading off and catching. Batting second will be Cameron George, and he'll be on the hill pitching today. At first base is Mason Smith. He bats third, and the cleanup hitter is Braden Renneker. He is the center fielder. Nicholas Moyer is the second baseman. He'll bat fifth. The sixth place batter is Matthew Sturdivant, and he is the third baseman down at the hot corner. Brendan Miller is in right field today. He'll bat seventh. Bryce Kofer is the left fielder, batting eighth, and batting ninth and playing shortstop is Orion Bowen. Also in the lineup today, we'll try to make sure we mention some of the other names that aren't playing, some like Damian Orr, and hopefully he'll get in the game, Jacob Tunget. Also, let's see if I can find Ethan Flint, I believe is another one that we need to mention here today, along with Jackson Ehlert. Those are some of the guys that are playing for the Western Wildcats. For the Braves today, we'll see Caden Ferguson leading off and catching. Glad to see this young man back in the lineup as he's been cleared by the doctors. Carter Frazier is back, and he'll play second base and bat second. Jonas Anderson is the shortstop batting third, and the cleanup hitter is Connor Sweeting. He'll be the right fielder. On the hill today is Zane Knight. He'll bat fifth. Batting sixth is Nolan Robinson. He moves over to first base today. Grant McCartney back at the hot corner at third. He made some nice plays in that Liberty game the other day, and looking for more from him. Weston Leonard will bat eighth and play center field, and Jake Otker gets the start today. He is the left fielder, and he'll bat ninth. Other people in the lineup today that aren't starting but will be in the game will be Joel Noble, Mason Sapp, Hunter Stecker, Taylor Graham, and Miles Johnson for Coach Hines And what's that other guy's name? Darren Craven. He used to play a little baseball and know quite a bit about it. We'll take a break, and we want to remind you before we go to break that Trash Queen will be our scoreboard sponsor, offering affordable residential and commercial trash service, roll-off dumpsters to Pike, Scott, Adams, and Morgan County. Call to learn more at 217-320-4320. You're listening to Central Illinois Sports. Junior high baseball action comes your way. Stay tuned. More comes your way after these.
Since 1962, Logan Ag has provided customers with quality products, competitive prices, and...
But what about the new locations, Grampy?
What new location?
Well, boys, Logan Ag now has locations in Winchester, Illinois, and in LaBelle, Missouri.
So now there are 4?
I'll be 4 this year.
Logan Ag, serving customers in Griggsville and Winchester, Illinois, Paris, and LaBelle, Missouri.
Our vision for agriculture is 2020.
For nearly 40 years, the Niebuhr Funeral Home has been serving our area with professionalism and compassion. This is our business, our hometown. You can be assured we take great personal pride in serving your family in your time of loss. We're locally owned. We're your friends and neighbors. We care about you and your family. Niebuhr Funeral Home, with locations in Pittsfield and Barry, serving our community with compassion and respect.
You can plan for most things in your life, but being sick isn't one of them. That's why Illini Express has expanded hours so your family can get the care you require. Open 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Saturday, Illini Express can see patients 18 months and older, no appointment necessary. When you can't wait to feel better, Illini Express is here for you. Located on the square in Pittsfield. Learn more at IlliniHospital.org.
Cascom offers fiber optic services to your business needs with a local 24/7 support. Whether you are a small or large-sized business, Cascom has the correct level of broadband and services you need to help grow and be successful. There will be no time for downtime when you are trying to be reliable for your business. Upgrade business needs today and call Cascom at 1-800-252-1799.
Well, as we get ready for the pregame here, Illini Express is here to serve you with walk-in medical care when you need it. Open 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. every Monday through Saturday. On holidays, they're open till 11 o'clock in the morning. Illini Express sees patients ages 18 months and older with no appointment necessary. Learn more about the services offered at Illini Express by visiting IlliniHospital.org. And Geared Up Custom Apparel and Awards. Does your business or organization need custom apparel? From t-shirts and sweatshirts to polos and jackets, Geared Up has the gear you need. Visit WeGearYouUp.com or call 217-473-6290 to learn more. They've also got great fundraisers available for you and plaques, trophies, and other awards also for you to go with.
Don't forget about Mr. Claxton's benefit going on, too.
We do want to talk about Tom Claxton's benefit, Team Tom, and you can go to WeGearYouUp.com and find out more. Get one of those T-shirts and support the Claxton family as Mr. Claxton is in rehabilitation down in the St. Louis area and trying to raise some funds to help them with fuel cost and maybe a hotel once in a while and that type of thing. If you buy your shirt, buy 5 or 10 of them, folks, and all the proceeds, the profit off of that will go to the Claxton family.
There is on there also, as we've had some requests for ability to just donate, there is a donation only on there available also.
Oh, fantastic. So if they want to donate to the Claxton family and then to Geared Up,
no, just the donation would go straight to them. So
that's fantastic. And you've done some different fundraisers and things at Geared Up, and we appreciate that. And we hope you'll appreciate what they're doing. You know, it's Thursday. It's the buy one, get one free wings and appetizers night at the bowling alley. Of course, they'll have bowling leagues tonight. Why don't you go out and support them? They've also got open bowling. You know, I need to go to the place on my phone just a second here because we've got some new stuff for Bowlers Universe, and I don't want to miss out on that. They're now open 6 days a week. Mondays are craft beer pizza days. Tuesdays are grilled chicken days. Wednesdays, fiesta days. Thursdays, the buy one, get one free wing day. And Fridays are having catfish sandwiches. Saturdays, craft beer pizza, open bowling. Saturday nights from 5 to 11. And, you know, it's a great place to have a great time, locally owned and operated, and those folks are doing a super job. And last year they hosted your Saki Nation night. Was it last year or the year before?
Last year.
And it was a lot of fun since we had a little water down at the riverbank. And, of course, man, all those guys doing a great job helping out and doing a lot of great things here. The umpires are alongside, so we're just about ready to get this one underway. We'll take our final break on the Great Rivers Bank Damon Emmerich Loan Officer pregame show. You can call them at 285-4404. Visit greatriversbank.bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender. John Hall, myself, Jack Hall on Central Illinois Sports. It's the Western Wildcats and the PCS Braves. More comes your way after these.
Supplier of choice. It is not only going to get you there, but take you further. When you choose FS, you can be confident you are maximizing power, fuel efficiency, and engine protection. Prairie Land FS, your leading supplier of choice.
The Farmers National Bank of Griggsville with locations in Griggsville, Mount Sterling, and Pittsfield. Maybe you ask, why choose Farmers National Bank of Griggsville? The answer is simple. Local people, local decisions, and local commitment with local investments. We have many products and services to meet your needs. We invite you to find out more about us. Go to fmbgriggsville.com and explore all the services we offer. Visit any of our 3 friendly locations in Mount Sterling, Griggsville, and Pittsfield today. The Farmers National Bank of Griggsville, local people helping local people, member FDIC.
The team at Pike County Real Estate specializes in residential homes, commercial properties, tillable, and hunting land in West Central Illinois and Northeastern Missouri. We treat our clients with the utmost respect and do our very best to connect buyers and sellers together to best suit the needs of our customers. See our current properties at www.pikecorealestate.com or call us at 217-285-5800 for Pike County Real Estate. Welcome to the city of Pittsfield, a great place to call home or a great place to visit as a home away from home. Visit the beautiful downtown area with the Pike County Courthouse and many businesses and restaurants to enjoy. Then check out the Pittsfield City Lake, a great place for boating, fishing, and camping. And new to the lake this year, a disc golf course. Learn more about all that the city of Pittsfield has to offer by visiting their website, pittsfieldil.org. The city of Pittsfield and Mayor John Hayden wish the Sockies good luck this season.
Umpires are done meeting with the coaches, and so we're ready to get things underway. Our starting defense brought to you by Pike County Express, your local family-owned newspaper serving Pike County since 1991. Check it out each Wednesday on a newsstand near you. Well, the starters today for the PCS Braves on defense: Nolan Robinson at first base, Carter Frazier at second, shortstop is Jonas Anderson, and the third baseman is Grant McCartney. Around the outfield left to right, Jake Otker in left field, center fielder Weston Leonard, and the right fielder is Connor Sweeting. Behind the plate is Caden Ferguson, and on the mound today is Zane Knight. The batting lineup, first 3 batters for the Western Wildcats will be Brody Winningham, Cameron George, and Mason Smith. If anybody gets on, Braden Renniker will bat in the cleanup spot. That also brought to you by Central Illinois Sports, proud to bring you the games. Visit centralillinoisports.com, and while you're watching and listening, we would appreciate it if you would subscribe to our YouTube page. It's very easy to do. You'll get notifications when we come on the air. If you do that, it's a benefit to us, a benefit to you. And we also have Central Illinois Sports too, so if you'll search for that one and also subscribe to it, even if you're subscribed to the first one, we would appreciate you subscribing to both of those channels. Also, be sure and catch us on Twitter and like us on Facebook to stay connected with everything in sports in the area, Central Illinois Sports. And Real Net and Twine, located just north of Pittsfield, across from the airport. Real Net and Twine is your local headquarters for concrete lawn ornaments, statues, fountains, and much more. Stop by and see them or call 217-285-5013 for Real Net and Twine. Brody Winningham wears the number 4. He bats left-handed. He's the catcher, steps in and takes ball 1 high and outside. And we're underway here on an overcast day with a chance of rain, a little bit of a sprinkle so far. Field is very dry out there. Don Bigley did a nice job with it. The next from Knight. It's high and outside again, and a 2-0 count, and he's just a little bit off on maybe the location of where he's starting at today, John.
Yeah, Zane usually a strike thrower, so look for him to find it here.
Bends the knees, gets a sign from Ferguson, and brings the next to Winningham. It's outside, and the count goes to 3-0 on Brody Winningham, who's the catcher. He bats left-handed. Not a tall stature, but boy, he looks like he's ready to hit the baseball. Open stance out there, 3-0 count. You would think he'd be taking a strike here. Nope, he swings at the 3-0 and grounds it back to Knight. Over to first to Robinson. The play goes 1-3 for the first out of the inning. So swinging on 3-0 like Fernando Tatis Jr. looking for the grand slam with nobody on base. He just missed it, John, and he hit it up the middle there. Cardinals got a big 12-2 win in their first game today. They're playing a doubleheader with Detroit.
And 12-2 is not that many runs even. Milwaukee had 19 yesterday, and
29 for the Braves.
Atlanta had 29.
Wow.
Yeah.
Fouled straight back by Cameron George. Where's the number 8? He'll be on the hill today in an 0-1 count on the left-hander George. You don't see many teams that send 2 left-handers in a row up in junior high baseball, but Western has that luxury. A big man in Mason Smith waiting on deck. Swing and a miss on a low outside pitch. Nice pitch by Zane Knight, and George couldn't quite catch up to that. Tried to make him a Smith for a minute. Who knows why? Grant McCartney playing off the bag at third. The next, a breaking pitch. It'll be a ground ball. McCartney picks it up. Long throw over to first, and the man just beats it out. And we're going to give him an infield single on that, as McCartney did about everything he could possibly do on that. It just wasn't hit real hard. And I'll tell you what, Cameron George shows he's got good wheels.
Yeah, third baseman was the only man with any chance at that play, as the shortstop would have been having to come the wrong direction.
So there goes the no-hitter. Mason Smith steps in. He wears the number 22. He's the first baseman, and he is a very tall young man compared to the first 2 batters. He watches Knight take the sign and fouls one off. Out of play. It'll be parent time. They'll better be careful, parents. And it looked like Officer Frazier had that one go off the glove. No balls and 1 strike. I think he's okay, isn't he? Yep, looks like they're okay. An 0-1 count with 1 out and a runner at first base via the base hit. Where I'm located today, John, I can't really see the pitcher with a guy as size as Mason Smith. From the stretch, big lead at first, and the man's off to the races. Caden Ferguson will throw it down to second, but that man had a tremendous break off of first base and gets the stolen base. Was that a swinging strike? I do believe it was. Yes, it was, and an 0-2 count. No balls, 2 strikes. Like the scoreboard's just kind of sitting there all by itself. I thought they had extra
lonesome
people
today.
Yeah.
They do.
And the 0-2. Fly ball, shortstop is under it. That's Jonas Anderson. Goes back and makes a nice play on the fly out to the shortstop for the second out of the inning. And so Cameron George will retreat back to second base. And the cleanup hitter, Braden Reniker, will come to the plate. Where's where's the number 11? Plays center field. He's also a tall young man. Probably the tallest Reniker I've seen in a while. And there's been some good-sized Renikers there. Swing and a miss on a breaking pitch for an 0-1 count with 2 outs.
Got a very high hand stance, doesn't he, Jack?
Yep, right-handed batter. He does. He likes to hold the bat high there, get good plate coverage, I guess. Zane Knight looks at the runner, sign, pitch, inside, and the count is 1-1. This young Braves squad had a win over Liberty the other day by the 10-run rule of 16-4. Had to kind of, or maybe it was 16-5. They kind of battled there at the end. They had a 16-1 lead and gave up some runs. The next, ground ball, third base, McCartney, tough bounce, keeps it in front of him. Now Anderson will field it, and that will be an error on the third baseman and allow runners at first and third. That ball probably took a little bit of a tough bounce, but that's one of those that's kind of a tough break when you're playing the hot corner, and you got to come in and scoop that one up. So here comes Nicholas Moyers. He wears the number 2. He's the second baseman, bats from the right side. Ferguson gives the sign, sets up where he wants that pitch to be, and the pitch from Knight is a fly ball, and the second baseman was trying to cover. They'll get the ball back in. That's going to score a run, as that'll be an RBI single by Moyers. He stepped up and hit the first pitch, and if a second baseman wasn't covering on the play, possibly you would have seen that be caught, but Carter Frazier had to break the second as the man was stealing. Here comes a big man in Matthew Sturdivant. He wears the number 23, and he's the third baseman. This man looks like a young linebacker, does he not? They'll try a pickoff play to second. If they could have caught the ball, they might have had him, but it gets off the glove on a bad throw, and that'll move a man to third. with a runner at first and third now. Little throw back to second base, and it kind of tailed off to the second base side.
You going to give that an E1, Jack?
Well, you have to give him an error on the throw. That's true. We'll have to see what the game changer guy does. That ball gets away from Ferguson. A man's going to try to score, and he'll make it there as Reneker comes in and scores the second run of the inning. He was a little off balance. Didn't know if he wanted to slide or not, and he kind of came up, kind of bent over there.
Kind of indecisive there, wasn't he?
Luckily, he didn't hurt himself. Ferguson did all he could, but he didn't get much of a good bounce off the fence that time. Back when we had that pad back here from the Little League, that would have probably helped him a little bit finding the ball. So a 1-0 count with a runner at second and 2 runs in already. The pitch, a swing and a miss, and the count's even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Cardinals should be underway here in just a moment or two. Looks like they're still in the warm-up situation. 1-12-2 in their game. Next pitch is down low and a 2-ball, 1 strike count on Matthew Sturdivant. He is the 6th man to bat in the inning. 2 outs, runner at second, 2 runs in on a couple of base hits and a couple of errors. Knight pitching a little hard luck here. He'll try to have to battle through that, and a swing and a miss on a high hard one, and it's a 2-2 count. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runner at second, deuces wild, as Mike Shannon would groan and but we won't do that. Sturdivant waits for the next. Breaking pitch, fly ball. Robinson tries to go out and get it. It's going to fall in for a base hit. The ball will be picked up by Sweeting in right field and gets it back in to hold the man to a single and keep the runner at third. So first and third. So the Western Wildcats have come out hitting today, John.
They have.
Brendan Miller will be their 7th man to bat. He wears the number 16, and he's their right fielder. Good to see young people hitting the baseball. You know, Zay Knight puts it in there, and he's got to have some plays. He's had a little bit of hard luck here so far because been a lot of little Texas leaguers. Runner leads off, and Miller takes strike 1 on a little breaking pitch. 0-1 to count.
He's been finding the strike zone, which is it's one of the keys to junior high pitching, as we've talked about.
Pounding the zone, just looking for some breaks on the defensive side. From the stretch, the pitch. It's a little bit outside, and the count is 1 ball and 1 strike. Cameron Sweeting is in right field today, and he did a nice job coming up on that. Weston Leonard in center and Jake Otker in right. McCartney at third, Anderson the shortstop, Frazier at second, and the first baseman's Robinson. A swing and a miss, and the count's 1-2. And that's something that Western hasn't done, is swung and missed much so far in this game. They have no strikeouts, and they put the ball in play, and they've made the Braves have to field it. The pitch, a swing and a miss. It bounces, but nobody records the out. I would have been a young man. I'd probably run to first on that, but they call it the 3rd out of the inning. There were 2 runs on 3 hits, all singles, 2 men left. We have played a half inning. Western leads it by a 2-0 count, and the Braves come to bat on Central Illinois Sports in the Trash Queen scoreboard.
Geared Up is your local source for custom apparel and awards. Geared Up offers a wide variety of apparel options, including embroidery, t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos. We do it all. Ask us how we can help you raise funds for your local school or organization. Find us online at www.wegearyouup.com or call 217-473-6290. That's 473-6290 for Geared Up custom apparel and awards.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. You've heard that phrase many times. And Rod Prentice in Pittsfield, your State Farm agent, is the guy you can count on to be your friend and neighbor in the insurance business. He has a complete line of insurance available for you from State Farm Insurance. You can reach him at 217-285-6930. Our family trusts Rod Prentice with all of our insurance needs. Stop by their office on Washington Street and see the girls. And Rod Prentice, your State Farm agent, 217-285-6930.
Well, let's set the defense for this Western squad. First baseman's Mason Smith. Nicholas Moyers at second. Orion Bowen is at short. And Matthew Sturdivant's down at the hot corner at third. Bryce Kofer's in left field. Braden Reneker in center. And Brendan Miller in right field. Brody Winningham is behind the plate. And Cameron George, the left-hander, is on the mound. By the way, if you're a listener in Western and you haven't had the opportunity, we let you send us a text and shout out to your favorite players. 217-473-5151. 217-473-5151. You can also comment on the video page there on YouTube on Central Illinois Sports. And a nice job by Mr. Craven there, hustling after that ball. The warm-up pitch is coming down. We need to tell you about Save-A-Lot, your local Save-A-Lot in Pittsfield, here to serve you with high-quality grocery items for the entire family. Drive a little, save a lot. It's Save-A-Lot on the west end of Pittsfield. Thank them again for making the Back the Blue event such a popular event and really having some success. Caden Ferguson wears the number 24. He steps in from the right side to try to help the Braves get back into this one. They trail 2-0. It's a ball high, and George in these warm-ups was a little bit over the place. Hopefully he'll settle in a little bit, kind of like the Braves pitcher was a little bit around the out of the strike zone, and then he settled in Zane Knight. Then the Western Wildcats put a charge on it. They scored 2 runs with 3 hits and a couple of errors in the top of the first. Ferguson takes that one down low, and it's a 2-0 count. Ferguson, a very good eye at the plate. He's been a catcher a lot, and he's hit the ball really well in the 7th grade games this year, John.
He has, yeah.
He's probably been one of their leading hitters. Carter Frazier waits on deck, and he wants to use those wheels. Carter can hit the ball. So Ferguson tries to get a charge in one and get on base. 2-0 count, the pitch. Little fly ball, center field. Center fielder comes in, up, makes the catch for the first out, and that's Reniker with the catch in center field. He came in hard on that one and made the play with 2 hands to make the catch. That'll bring up Carter Frazier with nobody on and 1 out. He's the second baseman. Where's the number 7? Carter was having some back problems, and we were really worried about him, but he got the clearance to play, and we're glad to see him back out here again, and hopefully he'll get all healed up. Kind of close to the plate there with that back foot as he waits for the first pitch from George. It's in the strike zone. He'll foul it off on the right side, and it's an 0-1 count. The Winningham in the top of the first grounded out to the pitcher. Then it was Katie bar the door as the Western Wildcats would put 2 runs up, 3 hits in the next 4 batters.
Who's Katie? That's going to bar the door.
Oh, Katie that bars the door, fouled off again. Well, you know who Katie is. And if you don't straighten up, she may bar the door on you, you know. It's a good saying. Jonas wears the number 21 on his back. So far, George has looked good on the mound. He leads 2-0 on the Trash Queen scoreboard. That first one goes behind Anderson, and you know, if you were my size instead of his, it would have hit me. But Anderson was able to get away from it. The left-hander giving him a little bit of problem out here as George has really settled in. Cameron George on the mound with Brody Winningham behind the plate. Mason Smith at first, Moyers at second, Bowen to shortstop, Sturdivant at third, Coffer, Reniker, and Miller around the outfield left to right. The next, right down the middle, and a swing and a miss. So a 1-ball, 1-strike count.
The ball just kind of died at the plate that time, and kind of a tough ball to hit.
I was talking to Coach Hines. Boy, it's going to be a while before we start playing basketball with all the regulations. You just can't actually even play competitive games yet, according to the
for
status
junior
we're
high or
in
for high school?
For both.
Okay.
The 1-1. Anderson takes that on the inside corner, and it's a 1-ball, 2-strike count. 1-ball, 2 strikes. Connor Sweeting, not Cameron, waits on deck. Cameron got a little radio time. He's a senior, but I think he's on the golf team possibly. I believe he is. Golf team's got some nice golfers. 1-ball, 2 strikes the count. Nobody on, 2 outs. Foul ball off to the right side, and we'll do it all over again. Mortgage rates are really great right now. Time to check out those rates for a refinancing. You may be able to drop the rate, drop some years off your term, get some equity for a home improvement. Damon Emmerich, loan officer, Great Rivers Bank, 217-285-4404, greatriversbank.bank. Member FDIC and equal housing lender. Thank you to them for being our pregame sponsor and a sponsor during the game. Fly ball hit to the shortstop. He's under it with a glove up, and it's going to get past him. And that'll be an error and allow Anderson to reach base. It hung up there a long time. It was one of those major league fly balls, John.
Kind of a tough sky today, too, Jack.
It is a tough sky, if that's what you say. Well, let's see. We had a single by Victor Reyes, then a double play by Wong and DeYoung. And then Cabrera struck out. 1, 2, 3 go the Detroit Tigers. I tried to call them the Lions. Cameron Sweeting is the batter. It was outside, and the ball gets away from the catcher, but Anderson doesn't read that one.
The Lions are members of the NFL. I won't go so far as to say they play football, but
the NFL starts tonight if you care.
You can even go to a game this weekend in Miami, I think.
22,000 people out of like 80,000 can go. But it's Kansas City and the Dolphins, is that right?
That was my understanding.
That one's right down the middle, a swing and a miss. Anderson's going to steal second, and he's going to get in the scoring position for Connor Sweeting. Sweeting wears the number 35. He's playing right field and batting cleanup today. I've seen Sweeting hit the ball hard, and he just needs to keep that head in there and make good contact. He can put a charge in one. Sweeting from the right side with Anderson at second. His team trails 2-0 here in the bottom of the first on the Trash Queen scoreboard. Pitch up high, and the count is 2-1 strike.
Winningham working hard to keep that ball in front of him. As that ball was up and out, he hopped right up and caught it.
Next broadcast will be Saturday from Chandlerville. It'll be the AC Porta Knights taking on these PCS Braves 8th graders in the scheduled doubleheader, I do believe. The next from George. Runner is moving. The ball is flown to the first baseman. He grabs it in the air for the third out of the inning. No runs on no hits. There was an error and a man left. One inning in the book. The Trash Queen scoreboard tells us it's Western 2 and PCS nothing on Central Illinois Sports.
Wish you had extra cash for a vacation, a boat, a new car, projects around the house? Free up more cash for the things you want by taking advantage of low interest rates. Refinance your home with Great Rivers Bank and keep more of your money by lowering your monthly payment. Start the process online at greatriversbank.bank and work with one of our experienced loan officers to get the lowest rate possible. Great Rivers Bank, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender.
Together, we build. It's more than just a tagline at John Petty & Sons Custom Builders. It's our way of life. Our team is committed to building high-quality, custom-built commercial and residential facilities to fit the needs of your family or business. From design, new construction, renovation, and repairs, we have the expertise to turn your project into reality. Call us for a free quote at 217-248-6196. That's 248-6196. Or check us out on Facebook. John Petty & Sons Custom Builders. Together, we build.
Top of the second inning, it'll be the 8, 9, and 1 batters in Bryce Kofer, Orion Bowen, and back to the top in Brody Winningham. In the first inning, this Western Wildcat squad plated 2 runs. Here comes Bryce Kofer to the plate. C-O-P-H-E-R. Kofer is how I see it pronounced, and I think that's correct.
I believe that is correct.
He wears the number 5. He's the left fielder. Bats from the right side against Zane Knight and Caden Ferguson behind the plate. Knight on the mound. A swing and a miss on a high, hard one for strike 1. Nolan Robinson at first, Carter Frazier the second baseman, Jonas Anderson the shortstop, and Grant McCartney at third. It's Otker, Leonard, and Sweeting. And ground ball, pitcher runs over, can't get to it. Second baseman's going to try to grab it, throw it to first, and a nice play 4-3 for the first out of the inning. Slow roller, but Carter Frazier came up and made a nice play on that one, and the first man is up and out. Orion Bowen is up now, wears the number 12, and is the shortstop. I had to do that up and out for the young man that helps broadcast the Cardinal game sometime. He's real big on that up and over thing. What's his name? Does the pregame interviews.
Yeah, just a minute. I'll think of his
I
name.
know you will. Swing and a miss on Bowen, who wears the number 12, plays shortstop. He's a good-sized young man, too. This Western Wildcat junior high team may have more size than I've seen from them in a while. Knight gets the sign from Ferguson. Brings it with the right arm. Just a little bit inside, and the count is 1-1 strike. Trash Queen offering affordable residential and commercial trash service. Roll-off dumpsters, Pike, Adams, Scott, and Morgan County, 217-320-4320. Swing and a miss on a high outside ball that gets away from Ferguson, and the count will be 1-2 strikes. Cardinals bat in the bottom of the first, and it appears that they have a runner at first with 1 out on Edmonds walking. Doubleheader today, chance to get 3 games above 500. Swing and a miss, and a good cut by Bowen, but he couldn't make contact that time in the second out of the inning. Back to the top of the lineup, it's Brody Winningham, who on a 3-0 count grounded back to the pitcher. Bats on the left side, and wears the number 4. Brody steps in against Zane Knight with nobody on and 2 outs in the top of the second. 2-0 Western. Fouled back and a strike on Winningham. Outfielders are fairly deep, except for Sweeting in right field playing a little bit in. He wants to be able to throw that man out if he gets a ball in front of him. And that happens in junior high quite a bit. Infielders playing pretty much up the middle. The next from Knight, he's pounding the strike zone, as you said early, John, and an 0-2 count now.
He almost always does after he finds a spot.
Yep, he's really doing a nice job. Actually, I was wrong. Colton Wong had a base hit and then the walk, and so it's first and second with Goldsmith. That ball's just a little bit outside and a 1-ball, 2-strike count. It's like Goldsmith must have grounded out to one of the infielders, still first and second.
I always thought his name was Goldsmith.
No. Pitch across the strike zone, fouled off, and the parrot activity's getting serious again back there, and they look like they're all okay. I'd be wearing umbrellas back there just to make sure the ball didn't hit me.
That's what I keep hearing from Mike Shannon. That's why I thought.
Yeah, Mike Shannon really doesn't have a clue anymore. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and the third out of the inning is the second strikeout of the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. An inning and a half in the book. On the Trash Queen scoreboard, Western leads at 2-0 with PCS coming to bat in the bottom of the second on Central Illinois Sports.
That Prairie Land FS doesn't just sell seed, they treat it and box it right here at one of their local facilities, then deliver it to your farm or fields. Prairie Land FS, your leading supplier of choice. Have confidence that what you are putting in your engine is not only going to get you there, but take you further. When you choose FS, you can be confident you are maximizing power, fuel efficiency, and engine protection. Prairie Land FS, your leading supplier of choice.
Western Illinois Fellowship of Christian Athletes invites you to join us in our 30 for 30 campaign to help support the area Fellowship of Christian Athletes huddles. That would include you donating $30 per month for 30 people in our area. You can contact me at 217-473-5151 or Jack Cyhull, JackCyhull, at yahoo.com to find out more about Western Illinois FCA and how you can become a part of this great ministry.
Bottom of the second inning brought to you by Real Net and Twine, located just north of Pittsfield across from the airport. They're your local headquarters for concrete lawn ornaments, statues, fountains, and lots more. Go out and check the selection out. It really looks nice out there, and they've got lots of great gift items. 285-5013, Real Net and Twine across from the airport.
Jack, you even told me they have these Roman head planter things that evidently are very popular.
I don't know if they're Roman heads or what they are, but they're like ladies, and the flowers grow out of their head.
Oh,
and
like
Karen Puckett really liked them. Kinda, I think. No snakes, but
okay.
I guess you could have snakes in them if you wanted. But she bought the first ones, and I mean, it exploded out there. And Tracy said, "Man, I couldn't keep those things in." And I mean, they are popular. Your mom really likes them. And they've got the little garden trolls that you can put outside.
Gnomes, not trolls.
They look like trolls to me.
They're gnomes.
I thought
pointy hats are gnomes.
I thought they were Keebler elves myself.
That's different too.
Without the cookies.
They live in the tree, but and then you cut down their tree, so now they don't live there anymore.
Well, I didn't cut them down. No, it was somebody else. Oh. But you know, it's kind of like those sake statues. If you buy one, you eventually ought to get it delivered. You still haven't made that phone call, have you?
You know when I think about it?
When we're on the broadcast.
And when I drive by it at night.
Folks, when you see John, ask him if he's got his big sake statue delivered to his house yet. It'll be Zane Knight, Nolan Robinson, and Grant McCartney if anybody gets on. Weston Leonard will bat here in the second. 2-0 for the Western Wildcats, bottom of the second inning. George back on the mound and throws the first one outside for a ball. It's Brody Winningham behind the plate, Cameron George on the mound, Mason Smith at first, Nicholas Moyers at second, Orion Bowen at shortstop, and Matthew Sturdivant at third. Coffer, Renniker, and Miller around the outfield left to right. The next pitch, Knight ducks out of the way of that one, and it's a 2-0 count. Did you get your copy of the Pike County Express yesterday? It's still on the newsstands, folks, and they have a lot of really good stuff there. 2 thick sections, and there's a lot of paper there to be reading through. I really enjoy it. George comes set. The left-hander brings the next. It's inside, and it's a 3-0 count. You know what happens a lot of times with young people is they get so focused on what they're doing out there, and so they take a little extra time, and it almost hurts their control sometimes. Sometimes they're just more fluid if they just get out there and pick the ball up and throw it like Gibson used to. You wouldn't remember that. 3 balls, no strikes, nobody on, nobody out, and Zane Knight works the walk to get on to lead off the bottom of the second. Nolan Robinson comes to the plate. He's playing first base today. We've seen Nolan pitch, play shortstop, third base, center field, now at first base. He is versatile. I'll have a courtesy runner, and Joel Noble is going to use those Noble wheels out there to take off. Him and Jamison are good runners. They tell me his dad was a good runner in his day. I don't think he's a cross-country runner, but a good runner. Nolan Robinson bats from the right side. Where's the number 18? He's the first baseman. George checks the runner. He's off to the races. The ball is inside, and that'll be a stolen base for Noble, as he didn't even look back. He took off, and away he went. So it's nobody out with 1 on at second base, and 1-0 count on Robinson, who bats here in the bottom of the second. The next, it's a little bit high, and the count is 2-0. Damon Emmerich, Great Rivers Bank, here to help you with your auto, residential, and commercial loan needs. Call Damon at 217-285-4404. From the stretch, the next, it's inside in a 3-0 count, and that's 7 in a row now after George really did a nice job of retiring 3 of the 4 and pitching around an error in the first inning. He gets the sign, trying to get it back in the strike zone. He really did a nice job pounding that strike zone in the first inning. Let's see if he can make an adjustment here. And he's wild on that one, and 2 walks in a row.
Noble will take third.
Yeah, Noble will go down to third, and there'll be runners at the corners for Grant McCartney, who wears the number 6 and is the third baseman. McCartney looking for a chance to drive a ball. Left fielder playing very shallow out there, and McCartney's got the ability to drive it over his head. Center fielder playing pretty much straight away.
A little shallow there, too, though.
McCartney from the right side, looking for the RBI opportunity to put his team on the board. They trail 2-0, bottom of the second. Runner off to the races. That pitch inside for a ball, and Robinson steals second.
I believe him to be taking all the way on that first pitch.
9 balls in a row by George, and he's trying to find the strike zone here. McCartney's waiting to pounce on one.
Is it Vanderbilt that counts balls, Jack?
I don't know, but the crowd just keeps chanting all the time. The next, that's outside. And Joel Noble will come into home and score the run. Robinson thought about keeping coming himself, but he went ahead and held up at third, and a 2-ball, no-strike count.
Catcher tossed the ball, missed the pitcher, and ended up about the pitcher's mound, but one of the infielders came in to get it.
I thought he threw it right pretty much to him, but just kind of handcuffed him for some reason. 2 balls, no strikes. George starts out the inning throwing 8 or 10 straight balls out of the strike zone. Coach Hines letting Noble know that you probably ought to slide on that. You won't get hurt, you won't be out.
Told him a couple of times, you're going to be down, you're going to be down.
And he stood up.
And then he said down, and still it was up.
The pitch, McCartney hits it off the end of the bat by the pitcher. That's going to drive in a run. Play will go 4-3, but the first baseman can't handle the throw, and McCartney will be safe on an error by the first baseman.
Give it to the second baseman. That ball was at his feet on
okay.
the throw.
Run scores. McCartney can't get the RBI on the air, but he did drive the ball. I mean, if it had been a fielder's choice, he got an RBI, so I'm going to give him an RBI either way.
That's fine.
You know, I think he deserves an RBI for putting the ball in play there. Weston Leonard bats now. Where's the number 13 center fielder? McCartney off to the races. And steals second, standing up.
First baseman, or the pitcher, is not checking on those runners at first base, so that's why they're taking that so easily.
And McCartney recognized that quickly and took right off and made it happen. Weston Leonard, we saw him drive a ball to right center in one of the games we watched. He bats here. McCartney off to the races. Leonard swings and misses, and McCartney steals third, so picks up a couple of strikeouts or a couple of stolen bases. Second and third. Grant's showing the wheels today. 1 ball, 1 strike, nobody out, 2 runs in, tie ball game, 2-2, bottom of the second on the Trash Queen scoreboard. That ball down low. McCartney retreats on that one as it didn't get far from the catcher. But the way he's running today, if pass ball, he may just keep right on a coming.
Just still home.
You bet. Waiting on deck is Jake Otker, and when Jake makes a connection, he can hit the ball hard.
Yep.
Left fielder.
He's a big, strong kid.
Kind of holding the hat down out there.
Must be windy out there
You
today,
bet.
Jack.
Must be. No sun in your eyes, though. The pitch. Up high, and Leonard takes that one in a 3-ball, 1-strike count. Weston Leonard ready to pounce on a strike if it gets in the strike zone. He's ready to hit. Where's the lucky number 13 on his back? Weston likes the game of baseball and really wants to get an opportunity to show himself here. 3 balls, 1 strike. The pitch. Weston hits a hard ground ball. The shortstop, he'll field it, throw it short to the first baseman, and Leonard will get there on the air on the throw, and the run for McCartney will score, and that will give the Braves their first lead of the game, 3-2, on the Trash Queen scoreboard. Shortstop fielded the ball clean, but the throw was just a little bit low. He really made a nice play in the first inning to get a man out on Carter Frazier, and that time he had a little bit more time, but he just hustled it up, and still nobody out with a runner at first. First pitch to Otker down low, and off to the races are the Braves as they steal their third base of the inning. In fact, the 5th base of the inning.
The short hop on that throw from the shortstop that time was kind of right at the feet of the first baseman there, making it a really tough catch.
Otker wears the number 23, looking for a ball to hit, and that one's right down the middle, and it gets by the catcher.
Leonard did not take third there.
1 ball, 1 strike to count.
Probably would have had time.
I think the catcher must have got crossed up on that one because it was right down the middle, and he must have been expecting something a little bit somewhere else. Detroit's got 2 runners on with 1 out in the top of the second against the Cardinals in the second game of the doubleheader. Otker takes another strike, and Jake's usually a pretty aggressive batter, isn't he?
He is. Jack, what do you think of the 7-inning doubleheaders in the major leagues?
Quite honestly, I think you're going to see a lot of it on Sundays from when they come back, and I think they're all going to get Mondays off. I think that's going to become a trend.
And that'll shorten the season still.
Yeah. The next, Otker puts it up in the air. Shortstop, second baseman calling for it. Second baseman goes over and
makes the catch.
I couldn't see her, John. Thank you for the help there, and that's the first out of the inning. So there'll be a runner at second base with 1 out now. 3 runs in, a 3-2 ball game in the bottom of the second. And here comes the top of the lineup in Caden Ferguson. He flew out to center his first time. Right fielder, left fielder playing pretty shallow. Caden's another one of those guys. He hits it to either one of those parts of the field, and he's going to burn somebody. The center fielder playing pretty straight away. Ferguson puts it in play, back to the pitcher. Pitcher fields it, throws it over to first. Play goes 1-3. Runner will move to third on the play for the second out of the inning. Ferguson kind of went out to get that one and pulled it to the right side of the pitcher as he faces home plate. And there'll be a runner at third and 2 outs, and here comes Carter Frazier, who grounded out to the shortstop his last time. Carter looking for his first hit of the day to try to run in or score that runner in Leonard down at third. Carter swings and misses at that first one. He had a good, healthy cut on that.
Got ahead of that one, wasn't he?
A little bit, but boy, if he'd made contact, he'd have hit it hard. Illini Express. Go to IlliniHospital.org to find out more. Monday through Saturday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., 18 months and older, helping you with walk-in medical care. Carter Frazier hits one to center field. It's going down hard, and it's going to fall in for a base hit. And that'll be an RBI, the 4th run of the inning. Nice hit by Frazier right up the middle. He'll pick up the RBI and bring up Jonas Anderson. So a runner at first base with 2 outs. Leonard scored on that. And don't think that I would think right now that Frazier would have a chance to steal second. Jonas Anderson would look for that RBI opportunity. George on the mound. cruised through the first, struggling a little bit here. Runner off to the races, and the ball's hit to left field for a base hit. Gets by the left fielder. Carter Frazier's going to score on that one as the left fielder ran by that. And Jonas Anderson is going to get an RBI and a single and move to second on the play. So the ball was hitting the gap between third and shortstop. The left fielder just had the ball kind of skip under him that time. He's still holding that hat down hard, though. It must really be windy out there, John. 5 runs in the inning. It's a 5-2 ball game, and here comes Connor Sweeting, the 9th man to bat in the inning. Swings and misses at that one, and the runner takes third.
They're going to call that a foul.
Was it a foul ball?
They're going to call it a foul ball.
Okay. I didn't hear it, but it probably was. So the runner will go back to a second.
Umpire Tolke told us it was foul.
Looking for the 6th stolen base of the inning. The Braves have been running wild here, have they not?
Trying to play whitey ball, aren't they?
Yeah. Connor Sweeting looks for one to drive. High and outside. It was just one later, but it 1-1 count. And now Anderson down at third, just 80 foot away from pay dirt. 5 runs in the inning. Couple bases on balls. And a couple of hits in the inning. Actually, 3 hits in the inning. Pitch inside. Connor Sweeting uses his quickness to get out of the way of that one. 2 balls, 1 strike on the 8th grader Connor Sweeting, who's the right fielder. Number 35. White pants, red jersey with the red shoes. Looking to drive one in and pick up an RBI here. The pitch. Behind him again, and here comes Anderson. He's off to the races. Good carry, but Anderson's going to get in on the wild pitch. And it should be a 3-1 count on Sweeting. Like I said, the 9th man to bat in the inning. 3 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. 6 runs in, a 6-2 ball game after the Western Wildcats led it 2-0 after 1 inning. And they failed to score in a second, and the Braves had put up 6 here. Sweeting wants to get on base here. 3-1 count with 2 outs and nobody on. George's next pitch. Line drive over the second baseman's head. That ball was hit hard. Boy, Sweeting really pounded that one. It gets by the center fielder. Sweeting's on his way to second. Did the center fielder miss that, or was it just a double all the way, John?
He missed it.
Okay, so give him a base hit.
And an error. Yeah.
Move to second on that.
Yep.
And we'll move the numbers over on the book now as the 10th man in the inning to bat will come up here. And that will be Zane Knight, who started it all with a base on balls and stole a base, scored the first run of the ball game for his squad. They lead 6-2, trying to help his own cause here as he's the pitcher. Sweeting way off at second, nobody holding him, and he's going to cruise into third here. Knight takes ball 1. Sweeting's going to round the bag, and he'll be at third now.
Yeah, if you don't hold anybody on base, they're going to steal a lot.
Yeah. The infielders are actually playing in with 2 outs, all playing like they've got to play at the plate. 2 outs, 6-2 ball game, bottom of the second. Knight looking for the RBI here. Pitch is up high for ball 2. Knight had 4 straight balls, as did Nolan Robinson, and then Grant McCartney had 2 balls on him before he grounded the ball to the second baseman, and he had an errant throw but still picked up the RBI. Then Robinson was on and moved around. Weston Leonard reached on an error. Knight drives one past the third baseman. That's going to be an RBI, and the left fielder fields that one clean, but that's going to drive in the 7th run of the inning and the ball game on a base hit by Zane Knight. We'll have a courtesy runner again, and here goes Joel Noble, who ran the last time for him, and Joel's getting the workout today.
Joel stole the first 2 bases of the inning.
Yeah. So he'll be down at first base with Nolan Robinson up with 2 outs. 7-2 the score now on the Trash Queen scoreboard here in the bottom of the second. Big inning for the Braves. Detroit had 2 runners on with 1 out and failed to score in the top of the second, so it's still 0-0.
I think that might be a trend for Detroit on the year, Jack.
They've
failing to score.
Well, they're 19-23 now, but they really were above 500 for quite a bit of the time.
Yeah.
A lot of young guys. They traded a lot of people away. They still got Miggy batting third, and he's a pretty good hitter yet. He doesn't move like he used to, but he can still hit the baseball. Nothing like Minnesota, who really drives the ball. Foul ball, and so the runner was stealing. He'll have to come back. I told Charlie the other day.
The lineup is impressive.
The Twins last year hit 307 home runs, a major league record.
And they were trying to beat it this year, but they had to hit them at a lot faster pace.
307 home runs. Like Charlie said, that's 10 guys with 30 home runs apiece. Wow.
Yeah.
1 ball, 1 strike on Robinson with a runner at first base. Had to go back after the foul ball.
Except I think they had a 50 and a 40 though, a 50-something and a 40.
Well, that may
on
be,
that team.
That may be, but who was the 50?
I believe the 50 was our old friend that used to play for the Rangers.
That missed the ball in left field.
Yeah, I can't think of his name right now.
David Freese calls him his personal friend.
Yeah.
1 ball, 2 strikes on Robinson, 2 outs, runner at second base. He's got a big lead there.
He just refers to him as thank you, actually.
Pop fly, first baseman coming in hard, makes the basket catch for the 3rd out of the inning.
Nelson Cruz.
7 runs on 4 hits. There were a couple errors and a man left. We have played an inning, or 2 innings, I should say, and now it's a 7-2 Braves lead over the Wildcats of Western. We'll be back on Central Illinois Sports in the Trash Queen scoreboard.
1962, Logan Ag has provided customers with quality products, competitive prices, and...
But what about the new locations, Grampy?
What new location?
Well, boys, Logan Ag now has locations in Winchester, Illinois, and in LaBelle, Missouri.
So now there are 4?
I'll be 4 this year.
Logan Ag, serving customers in Griggsville and Winchester, Illinois, Paris, and LaBelle, Missouri.
Our vision for agriculture is 2020.
For all of your commercial and residential trash pickup needs, call Trash Queen, serving Pike, Scott, and Morgan counties with affordable residential trash service and roll-off dumpsters. We're proud to be locally owned and operated and want to earn your business. Give us a call to find out just how affordable our rates really are. Call Trash Queen at 217-320-4320. That's 217-320-4320. Or check us out on Facebook. Trash Queen, our business is picking up.
Cameron George leads things off, swings and misses at the first pitch. He'll be followed by Mason Smith and Braden Reniker. They got a couple of runs in the first with this group. See if they can do it again. 2, 3, and 4 batters bat here in the top of the 3rd on the Trash Queen scoreboard. Foul ball, left side, out of play, 0-2 count. 3rd inning brought to you by Save-A-Lot, your local Save-A-Lot in Pittsfield, here to serve you with high-quality grocery items for the entire family. Drive a little, save a lot. Thanks so much for the Back the Blue event, Chris and the gang. You did a super job out there. No balls, 2 strikes, nobody on, nobody out here in the top of the 3rd for Western. Fly ball over the shortstop's head. That's going to be a nice-looking single up the middle for Cameron George. He's got his 2nd hit in a row. Here comes Mason Smith, who flew out to the shortstop his last time. Cameron Smith scored the first run of the ball game on a single, stole a base, and was driven in on a couple of balls put in play. Braden Reniker reached on an error his last time. He waits on deck, and then Nicholas Moyer and Matthew Sturdivant had base hits after that.
Cameron George, not Cameron Smith, right?
Cameron George.
Okay.
Yeah. Did I say Smith again?
You did.
I'm
not even sure who Cameron Smith is.
He looks like a Smith to me, honestly.
Oh, okay. Because normally when you have that stuck, I can figure out who you're talking about, but right now I can't think of a Cameron Smith.
Cardinals are 2nd and 3rd now with Matt Carpenter up. The pitch. Fly ball. Shortstop's going to get back under it. Anderson will make the play. Long throw over to first trying to catch the man. And what a nice play by Robinson to keep it in front of him on a fly out to the shortstop again. 2nd time in a row he's done that. That is the 1st out of the inning. Nice job by Cameron George. His middle name is not Smith.
It might be.
And he gets back to first. 1 out now, and here's Braden Reniker, who reached on an error by the 3rd baseman. It was a tough, hard-hit ball. McCartney did about all he could do. That one right down the middle for strike 1.
It just kind of took a funny hop on that one that he
Good
of that
umpiring crew today, guys that we enjoy. I think George has worked about every game we broadcast this year in baseball, maybe a couple softball games.
He has.
Swing and a miss. The runner goes back. First baseman says he's going and then gets the throw from Ferguson, drives him back there, and it's an 0-2 count with one out.
Runner busted off like he was going to go, went about 7-8 steps, and then came back.
Those Smiths will do that, especially Cameron George.
Yeah.
Knight comes set, checks the runner. Now he'll throw over and didn't have much of a lead there, but he drove him back. No score in the Cardinals and Detroit game in the bottom of the second, but the Cardinals are threatening with second and third and nobody out.
Cameron must look fast.
He does. The pitch down low. Nice job by Ferguson keeping that ball in front of him. I mean, he went down and trapped that one just like Dad, Grandpa, and everybody else did over the years with the Ferguson boys catching. That was a nice play. Caden really worked hard there. Knight checks the runner, brings the next. Swinging a foul tip, and he's out. Now they look to pick the guy off, and they had him, but they overthrew the ball, and it's going to go to the outfield, and the coach is going to try to send him in, I think, here. Nope. They're going to try to send him. The throw's going to come to Ferguson. He's going to field the ball. Now they got the man in a pickle. And Grant McCartney will throw it back to Knight. Knight will throw the ball to Robinson, and Robinson will tag the man out. And he was just flat worn out.
He was in two pickles in the inning there,
yeah,
Jack.
he got in one pickle and got out of it, and then he got in another pickle as the third base coach sent him, and he was out on a play that went 893-742-853. Sounds like a phone number. Anyway, it was the third out of the inning. No runs on a hit, no man left. We have played 2.5. It's a 7-2 Braves lead over the Western Wildcats on the Trash Queen scoreboard on Central Illinois Sports.
Our local source for custom apparel and awards. Geared Up offers a wide variety of apparel options, including embroidery, t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos. We do it all. Ask us how we can help you raise funds for your local school or organization. Find us online at www.wegearyouup.com or call 217-473-6290. That's 473-6290 for Geared Up custom apparel and awards. For nearly 40 years, the Niebuhr Funeral Home has been serving our area with professionalism and compassion. This is our business, our hometown. You can be assured we take great personal pride in serving your family in your time of loss. We're locally owned. We're your friends and neighbors. We care about you and your family. Niebuhr Funeral Home, with locations in Pittsfield and Barry, serving our community with compassion and respect.
Trying to get a little help from John Hull here. Mason Smith has moved over from first to the mound. He'll be doing the pitching now, and I got to see where Cameron George went to.
Looks like he's on first base.
He's the first baseman.
Drax says, where did the pitcher come from? And what I really wanted to say is, he's the great big tall kid. Like, he's the tallest kid by far on their team.
See, now Mason Smith's on the mound. Cameron George was on the mound.
See,
and he's going to become Mason George and Cameron Smith.
Probably.
Well, they flip-flopped and went from first to the mound and back the other direction. And we're going to see Grant McCartney, Weston Leonard, and Jake Otker doing the batting here in this inning. And I said it was 237-465. There was two. We're talking about the pickle play, and there were way too many throws on that. And I was going to say, I thought it was a phone number with two area codes before it got over.
867-5309. Yeah.
Did you get that, John? Now, Charlie said, did you get that recorded right? Yeah. And then we said, well, of course. We did it whatever way we wanted to. Grant McCartney bats here. He's got an RBI as he reached on an Aries last time. That one was right at him, and they didn't call it a swing on that, did they?
I don't think so. They have a ball on the board.
Okay, one ball on Grant. He was trying to get out of the way, and the bat kind of flew around. And
he spun that way, but I don't think you can call that a swing.
Well, you could, but you shouldn't. Let's say that. He hits the ball towards the shortstop. Going to have to make a tough play. Long throw over to first. Man comes off the base.
Nice play by George there.
But Cameron George rocks back on the base and gets him out on a play that goes 6-3. That was a dandy play.
Yep.
Tell you what. Shortstop did a nice job in Orion Bowen throwing it across there, and then George saved the day as he stretched and then rocked back to it And they get the out for the first out of the inning. Here comes Weston Leonard, who reached on an air and stole a couple of bases. He wanted to swing at that first pitch, kind of like McCartney did. Those guys like that ball up in their eyes. But, even the major leaguers like that.
The ball hit off the back of the fence so hard, Jack, that it rolled out far enough the pitcher went and got it instead of the catcher.
Matt Wieters lines into an unassisted double play to the first baseman as Carpenter gets caught off. But after Wieters' 19-pitch at bat the other day.
Is he still looking for his first hit of the year, though?
Nope, he got one. He was 1 for 12 when he went into that one.
Okay.
He hit 2 balls home run distance that were just foul in that 19-pitch at bat. Fouled off like 11 pitches with 2 strikes. The next pitch, fly ball on the infield. Pitcher comes over, makes the play. He was playing first base, and he caught a lot of fly balls there, and Mason Smith makes that play for the second out of the inning. Mason was sure-handed in the fly balls when he was at first, and he's still that way. And here comes Jake Otker. We've seen Jake Otker hit the ball to the fence before in the summer ball. Let's see what he can do here. Takes ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes on Jake Otker. First 2 men retired by the defense. 6-3. McCartney was thrown out by the shortstop, and then Weston Leonard flew out to the pitcher. So with nobody on and 2 outs, Jake Otker bats here. He flew out to the second baseman his first time. Open stance, pitch, up high for a ball, and a 2-ball, no-strike count. We were talking about Otker in the Liberty game the other day, John, and I went, put a football in his hand. He looks like a young man that could score 20 touchdowns in a night. You better tackle him good if you're going to stop him. He's a strong young man. Pop fly, infield, goes out of play. Parents are going to get checked on again, and a nice play by one of the parents. But, of course, it's one of those Fergusons that grew up as a catcher, so they never miss a ball, do
And
they?
he slung it sidearm, though, so I'd take all – he did. He slung it sidearm
Well,
like
it's because
this,
he was
though.
sitting in a chair.
Oh, okay, uh-huh.
What would you expect? 2 balls, 1 strike. Otker takes one on the inside corner and a 2-ball, 2-strike count. I'll tell you what, he used to throw the ball from the air and throw people out, but he had a little sidearm action on that one, but he still got it back in play. Otker with a 2-2 count, trying to get a 2-out hit. Takes it high and inside, and the count is full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Cardinals had second and third, nobody out, just scored 1 run in that series, and they lead 1-0 after 2 innings against Detroit in the second game of a doubleheader. Otker takes strike 3, and he's headed to first on the ball that gets by the catcher. The throw goes down to first, and Otker's going to be safe. He took a late pursuit down there, but the wild pitch will allow him to get on, and he will make it to first base.
The ball was a bit inside. He thought it was going to be a ball. The umpire took a little while to call it a strike, and that's why he didn't go.
But my thing is, he should have been heading to first on ball 4 instead of waiting, and then he wouldn't have to worry about it. Here comes Ferguson looking for a 2-out single, and Otker's off to the races. Ferguson takes a strike to allow Otker to get the second with a stolen base, and the Braves are running wild on the bases today.
The first baseman was not holding him on, and now they're not going to hold him on at second either.
He's going to steal third on this pitch, isn't he?
Oh, I would think.
Ball gets away, and it's just a wild pitch, which will allow him to go to third anyway, but he could have stole third very easily on that one. 1 ball, 1 strike on Caden Ferguson, and an RBI just 80 foot away. Taylor Graham's out there warming up in the bullpen in case they need him. And he and Joel Noble are getting loose. Ferguson waits for the next. Up high for a ball. Ball gets away. Otker Rocker steps towards home and then decides to go back. 2 balls, 1 strike. Runner at third. It was a very quiet first 2 as the first man grounded out to the shortstop. Next man popped out to the pitcher. Then on strike 3, Otker was able to go on a wild pitch, gets to first, steals second, ends up at third on a wild pitch, and Ferguson with a 2-1 count. It's up high for a ball. Mason Smith's got a little curveball, but he's just starting a little bit too high, and it's been out of the strike zone. 3 balls, 1 strike. Carter Frazier waits on deck, and Caden Ferguson would like to pick up a 2-out RBI right here. The pitch. Fly ball towards right field. Right fielder comes in. It goes off his glove. It'll be an error, but it's going to drive in a run, and Ferguson's off to the races. He rounds second. Looks like he's heading to third. His motor is a-running, and he's going to make it into third on the belly slide and drive in a run. So the right fielder had a bead on it but couldn't make a play, and Ferguson goes all the way to third as the ball goes off of him. And now Carter Frazier, who had a base hit his last time, has another RBI opportunity, and it is an 8-2 ball game now. Swing and a miss by Frazier as he had a good cut on that one. 8-2 on the Trash Queen scoreboard here in the bottom of the third inning. The Braves scored 7 in the second and 1 here in the third with 2 outs. Frazier puts the ball in play. Third baseman makes the play. He's going to come to home, and that'll be an error on the throw. Fielder's choice by Carter Frazier. Frazier will go down to second, and the run will score. 2 outs, made the play. Just needed to step up, and coaches are reminding him of what you want to do next, and the ball just wouldn't land. If he made a good throw, he'd have got the man at home, too.
Probably could have gone to first and gotten the out, though.
Well, he could have, but, I never was much of a third baseman, so I'm not going to question it. Here comes Jonas Anderson batting with 2 outs. It looked like Smith was going to breeze through the inning, and then things kind of opened up. First pitch inside, and Jonas does the old back bend, and looks like he was going to limbo there for a minute. He's practicing his limbo.
So you're telling me
how low can you go?
You were a bad first baseman then?
I was a first baseman. I was not a third baseman.
Okay.
Anderson hits a drive up the middle. Center fielder's got a bead on it. Man rounds third, and Frazier is going to score on the play as the second baseman got it caught back in, and Anderson drives the ball up the middle and picks up an RBI on the base hit up the middle, and now it's 3 in the inning and a 10-2 ball game. Here comes Connor Sweeting batting for the third time. He's got a base hit plus flew out to the first baseman.
Western led 2-0 after 1.
Yep. First pitch gets away on a wild pitch, and it's a 1-ball, no-strike count, and Anderson down to second. Sweeting 1 for 2 on the day, scored a run back in the second as he was the 9th man to bat in the inning, and the Braves would bat 2 more and pick up 7 runs there. They've scored 3 in this inning. He is the 7th man to bat in the inning. Anderson with a huge lead. He can walk to third if he wanted to here. And a 2-ball, no-strike count. I mean, nobody's challenging him at all. And
they're not even attempting to hold them on at first or second.
When you've got that big of a lead, you've got to go ahead and take third, I think, on the play. The pitch over his head, the ball will get away, and he'll go down to third on the pass ball that time. Connor Sweeting now with a 3-0 count. Will the coach turn him loose? Fernando Tatis Jr. They were giving Tatis a hard time about hitting a grand slam. I said that's
his own manager gave him a hard time
about it. That's the craziest thing I've ever heard. Catch by the pitcher.
Second baseman.
Oh, the second baseman for the third out of the inning. And that ends the inning. But the Braves score 3 runs on 2 hits, or 1 hit and an error, and they lead it by a 10-2 count after 3. We played 3 innings. Trash Queen scoreboard 10-2 in favor of the Braves on Central Illinois Sports.
You can plan for most things in your life, but being sick isn't one of them. That's why Illini Express has expanded hours so your family can get the care you require. Open 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Saturday, Illini Express can see patients 18 months and older, no appointment necessary. When you can't wait to feel better, Illini Express is here for you. Located on the square in Pittsfield. Learn more at IlliniHospital.org.
Cascom offers fiber optic services to your business needs with a local 24/7 support. Whether you are a small or large-sized business, Cascom has the correct level of broadband and services you need to help grow and be successful. There will be no time for downtime when you are trying to be reliable for your business. Upgrade business needs today and call Cascom at 1-800-252-1799.
Okay, so Nolan Robinson's moved to center. And we see Taylor Graham at first base. We've got Nicholas Moyers batting here, and he drives the first ball towards the second baseman, who's now Joel Noble, and he makes the play 4-3 for the first out of the inning. So Noble is in at second base. That's Joel Noble. And Carter Frazier is moved to left field. So is Jake Otker nowhere on the field right at the moment?
Looks like Jake Otker must be out.
Weston Leonard must have went out. So
Correct.
we'll find out where they're batting in just a minute. One out. Matthew Sturdivant, who had a base hit his last time, bats here. Hits the ball to first base. It hits the bag. Taylor Graham still got time to step on it as it was 3 unassisted for the second out of the inning. That's a tough one because it hit the bag and bounced away, but Graham makes the play, and it'll bring up Brendan Miller. No, wait a minute. Miller. If I could write better, it would help. Brendan Miller, who struck out his last time swinging.
Seems like a reading problem to me.
No, it's just I write so bad, and then I can't see, and then I can't. Yeah, all those things, John. Zane Knight hits the bat with that pitch on the inside and gets a foul ball.
You know, if you could do that twice every batter, then they'd only get one.
Well, if the batter brings the bat down like he's supposed to, it would be impossible, but that's possible. Billy Walston, we're thinking about you. He had a little surgery today. Hope he's doing okay. Zane Knight's retired the first two, and he's got an 0-1 count on Brendan Miller. Foul tip caught by Ferguson and an 0-2 count. Bryce Coffer waits on deck. Moyer and Sturdivant each had base hits back in the first. They grounded out to the second baseman and the first baseman. And the pitch, swing and a miss, and that's strike 3. 1-2-3. Knight sets him down in order. His team leads 10-2 as we go to the bottom of the fourth inning, and it's a 10-2 lead on the Trash Queen scoreboard and Central Illinois Sports.
The Farmers National Bank of Griggsville with locations in Griggsville, Mount Sterling, and Pittsfield. Maybe you ask, why choose Farmers National Bank of Griggsville? The answer is simple. Local people, local decisions, and local commitment with local investments. We have many products and services to meet your needs. We invite you to find out more about us. Go to fmbgriggsville.com and explore all the services we offer. Visit any of our 3 friendly locations in Mount Sterling, Griggsville, and Pittsfield today. The Farmers National Bank of Griggsville, local people helping local people, member FDIC.
The team at Pike County Real Estate specializes in residential homes, commercial properties, tillable, and hunting land in west central Illinois and northeastern Missouri. We treat our clients with the utmost respect and do our very best to connect buyers and sellers together to best suit the needs of our customers. See our current properties at www.pikecorealestate.com or call us at 217-285-5800 for Pike County Real Estate.
You're back.
All righty. Well, we know that Taylor Graham is batting in the 8th spot now and Joel Noble in the 9th spot. 3 for 23. Okay, so we have put in Jackson Ehlert is going in for Sturdivant. So Ehlert will be in the spot there, and we'll get that one too.
Looks like he may be playing third also.
Yep. Zane Knight is the man that's going to bat here. Zane had a base hit his last time, reached on a base on balls his first time, and takes ball 1. So you say Ehlert's down at third, and that would make sense as he took Sturdivant's place.
That's what it appears to me like. It looks like everybody else is back in their same spots.
That's Jackson Ehlert. 1 ball, no strikes, nobody on here in the 4th inning. Ball is spinning, and yeah, you better run because remember, who was it? DeYoung?
Yeah,
last year that had that happen.
Mason Smith waited a little bit to see what it would do, just to see if it started to come back.
That ball was spinning like a top, was it not?
Yeah, it was. Jack, I think the kid who was playing in left field before is now in center.
Okay. I don't know if that'll.
Do you see how I can tell?
Yep. Ball is outside and a 2-1 count. Still windy out there.
Must be. I think he's cold, in all honesty. It is a chillier day than we've had so far.
Probably needs some sleeves on today, and he's just a little chilly out there. He's trying to stay warm.
Yeah. The poor young man has had
2
his arms
balls
crossed
and
for
1 strike.
4 innings.
Ball is inside, and it's a 3-1 count. John's going to get us a lawsuit if we're not careful. 3 balls, 1 strike, the count. But you'll put your mask up, nobody will know who you are. See?
Reporting what's happening.
Yeah. The pitch tonight It's up high, and Knight's going to walk and be on base for the third straight time. Here comes Nolan Robinson, who reached on a base on balls his first time, flew out to the first baseman the second time. Now we've got a runner, and so Weston Leonard, who's come out of the game, will be the courtesy runner for the pitcher, Zane Knight. So he's got on all three times. He hadn't had to run at all. So Joel Noble ran for him twice. Now Weston Leonard.
Zane says, I like pitching. I don't have to run then.
Nolan Robinson bats now. First pitch in there for a strike. And Leonard didn't see the ball get away from the catcher, and he remains at first base. Coach Craven gives him a little encouragement. Charlie Hull also coaching on the bucket today. No balls, one strike. Runner at first, nobody out. Ball inside. And a 1-ball, 1-strike count. Nice
Got away
job
from the catcher, but not very far.
Yeah, Winningham did a nice job kind of pouncing on that one. For sure. The pitch. That one hits him. And a hit by pitch, and we'll have runners at first and second now with nobody out. And here comes Grant McCartney with an RBI opportunity again. Cardinals lead 1-0 in the bottom of the third with 2 outs with a runner on, and Paul Goldsmith will line out to end the inning, I do believe. He hits it hard most of the time, Goldsmith does. The pitch, it's a strike called, and the ball gets away from the catcher, and the runners will move up to second and third. 10-2 ball game here in the bottom of the fourth. If the Braves would score a couple of runs here, let's see, now you got to play the fifth, don't you?
Correct.
Well, but the Western squad would bat in the fifth is what I was
Correct.
Say. Yep. McCartney hits a ball over the second baseman's head. That's going to be a base hit. That'll score at least one. Looks like it's going to score 2.
Yep.
And the Braves are going to lead by a 12-2 count. Nice 2 RBI single by Grant McCartney. And McCartney comes through and sends them around. If we haven't said it yet, this will be Taylor Graham batting for the first time. He bats for Leonard here. Taylor throws left, bats right. Good hitter. Pitcher checks on the runner, throws it right down the middle for strike one. You got to say that Mr. Mason Smith is hitting the strike zone pretty well. Waiting on deck is Joel Noble, who will bat for Jake Otker. That ball is up in the air. McCartney will get back as the pitcher will go back and catch that one in the air for the first out of the inning. I've just got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Should be 12-2, I do believe.
Yep, it's 12-2. You're correct.
Yeah, they've got 13 on the board. Here's Joel Noble batting for the first time. Takes the first one back behind him, and McCartney's off to the races. He'll get down to second on the wild pitch. Joel left that bat head up there. He might have got a single on that if not careful. Ferguson sees there's only one out and there's not going to be a double play, so he sheds the shin guards and gets ready. Noble looking for the hit. Inside pitch, hits it down the third baseline. It'll go foul. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. Third baseman tagged the bag, but he would have had to put a tag on that time. 1-1 count, 1 out, 12-2 here in the bottom of the fourth on the Trash Queen scoreboard on Central Illinois Sports. Noble puts a charge in that one. The shortstop fields it, throws it over to first, and the first baseman makes a nice play. Goes 6-3. The runner moves to third on the play with 2 outs. Now we're back to the top of the lineup and Caden Ferguson. Ferguson bats here with a runner 80 foot away. It's a 12-2 lead. Grant McCartney down at third trying to add on to that. Western will have to score in the top of the fifth to keep this one rolling. The next. Ferguson puts it in play. Third baseman has it go off his glove. That'll score McCartney in the 13th run of the ball game. And it is a 13-2 lead with 2 outs. And we'll have a runner as Otker will go over and run for Ferguson. So a courtesy runner for the catcher. 13-2, bottom of the fourth. And here's Carter Frazier. Ferguson put it in play and got the man in on the play. Frazier takes one on the inside corner for strike one. 13-2 ball game.
The young man running the board is working on that now. There you go. He got it figured out.
The pitch from Smith to Frazier. Swing and a miss. And an 0-2 count.
Runner takes second on that play.
Yep. Frazier looking for contact here to pick up another RBI. A 13-2 ball game here in the bottom of the fourth. It's the Braves in the lead here. Otker's got a big lead at second. Frazier takes it.
He called that a strike on the inside corner.
Yep, he called it a strike. Frazier will run to first. First baseman will be off the bag. Then he'll get back on for the out. And the third out of the inning. Braves score 3 in the inning. They lead at 13-2. After 4, we move to the top of the fifth with Western needing to score on the Trash Queen scoreboard on Central Illinois Sports.
Welcome to the city of Pittsfield, a great place to call home or a great place to visit as a home away from home. Visit the beautiful downtown area with the Pike County Courthouse and many businesses and restaurants to enjoy. Then check out the Pittsfield City Lake, a great place for boating, fishing, and camping. And new to the lake this year, a disc golf course. Learn more about all that the city of Pittsfield has to offer by visiting their website, pittsfieldil.org. The city of Pittsfield and Mayor John Hayden wish the Sockies good luck this season.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. You've heard that phrase many times. And Rod Prentice in Pittsfield, your State Farm agent, is the guy you can count on to be your friend and neighbor in the insurance business. He has a complete line of insurance available for you from State Farm Insurance. You can reach him at 217-285-6930. Our family trusts Rod Prentice with all of our insurance needs. Stop by their office on Washington Street and see the girls. And Rod Prentice, your State Farm agent, 217-285-6930.
It's a 13-2 ball game. We'll get your pinch hitters coming up here when they get to the plate. And we see that we have a new left fielder in Miles Johnson, and also in right field, Hunter Stecker is in the game. And center field.
So batting is 25 right now, Jack.
Yeah. So that is going to be Damian Orr. Orr is batting here for Coffer. So Orr is up to plate.
Orr's a big kid. He's probably the biggest kid that we've seen.
Damian Orr.
He was
Back to the mound is Zane Knight.
Stepping in ready to hit. He was going to hit the last warm-up pitch, though, Jack.
Hey, sometimes that's the best pitch of the bat. So Damian Orr is going to step in. He is a tall young man. And Zane Knight is the man on the mound. First pitch is outside for a ball.
He may be taller than Smith even.
Called a wide strike zone in the last half inning. 1 ball, no strikes. Swing and a miss, and the count is 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. 13-2 is the score right now.
Ball kind of handcuffed him.
Yep. Alex Reyes in to pitch for the Cardinals now. Foul ball as he let that ball get deep in the strike zone before he took a cut at it. In the major leagues, they talk about that being pretty important. 2 runners on for Detroit in the top of the fourth with nobody out. And Reyes has come in to pitch for Gomber. Zane Knight on the mound here. And he throws a strike. And that's the first out of the inning on the strike out called. Orion Bowen is the scheduled batter, but instead we're going to have Jacob Tunget. Jacob Tunget is our batter now, batting in the 9th spot.
Jack, with Austin Gomber, I always wondered why isn't his name Gomer?
I don't know.
I always thought it should be. That B should be silent.
First pitch down low for a ball. But you spell Gomer Gomer.
Well, I know, but doesn't it seem an M with a B after it seems like the B is almost always silent, isn't it? Like lamb? It's not lamb.
I don't know, John. I've never really thought about that, but for all you English majors, you can text us at 217-473-5151.
Or can we start pronouncing it as lamb, please?
Lamba.
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 Yeah, that's different. I think that's lambda.
That's a strike called and a 2-ball, 1-strike count. 13-2 here in the top of the 5th inning. And
It was a 2-3 count on the board. Now it's 2-4.
yep, 6-8. Who do we appreciate? The next pitch. Swing and a miss, and the 2-2 count on Jacob Tungett. He wears the number 13. Lucky old 13. Bats from the right side. Nobody on with 1 out. Don't think we've ever paid attention to the scoreboard right now. That's strike 3 called, and 2 strikeouts in a row for Knight. He'll face the leadoff batter in Brody Winningham, who will bat here in the top of the 5th. Winningham's been the catcher today. He grounded out to the first baseman and struck out swinging his last time. He is the last hope right now for the Western Wildcats. He needs to get on base to keep this game going. The pitch, ground ball. Pitcher's got it over to first, and that's the ball game as it's a 1-3 third out. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. After Knight struggled in the first, he threw him 1-2-3 in the second, third, fourth, and fifth inning, and he gets the win by a 13-2 count. We'll come back to wrap this one up on the Trash Queen scoreboard and Central Illinois Sports.
Together, we build. It's more than just a tagline at John Petty & Sons Custom Builders. It's our way of life. Our team is committed to building high-quality, custom-built commercial and residential facilities to fit the needs of your family or business. From design, new construction, renovation, and repairs, we have the expertise to turn your project into reality. Call us for a free quote at 217-248-6196. That's 248-6196. Or check us out on Facebook. John Petty & Sons Custom Builders. Together, we build.
Western Illinois Fellowship of Christian Athletes invites you to join us in our 30 for 30 campaign to help support the area Fellowship of Christian Athletes huddles. That would include you donating $30 per month for 30 people in our area. You can contact me at 217-473-5151 or Jack Cyhull, JackCyhull, at yahoo.com to find out more about Western Illinois FCA and how you can become a part of this great ministry.
Well, we wrap her up today. 13 runs on 6 hits, 2 errors for the Pikeland Braves, and 2 runs on 4 hits and 9 errors for the Western Wildcats. Final in the ball game was 13-2, and our post-game show brought to you by Damon Emmerich, loan officer at Great Rivers Bank. Give him a call today at 217-285-4404 or go to greatriversbank.bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender. That's going to do it for today. Our next broadcast will be Saturday, a doubleheader from Chandlerville, as it'll be the AC Central Knights taking on the Pikeland Braves. And I think, is it 2 7s or 2 5s on Saturday? We probably do. I don't know for sure, and the coaching staff's not sure. We'll let you know when we see you on the broadcast at 10 o'clock on Saturday. Hope you enjoyed the broadcast today. That's a final, 13-2 in 5 innings. The Braves get the win after the Wildcats scored the first 2 of the ball game. And this has been another Central Illinois Sports presentation.